Yes, we are live, DerKork. So, we had some fun last week, didn't we, all? We made some new friends. Squish had what I thought was a very intelligent theory at the time, and then just got shot down because I was being overly conspiratorial. So, Dungeon Master Seph, would you like to tell us a story?
Last week, the party made their way towards the Drakon Spire, the great mountain where Kleinkindoving lives. They made their way through the dragon graveyard through the ancient War of Calamities, and Icy acquired an interesting little piece of bone from one of them. After meeting the dwarven Captain Escobar and his 12 stout companions, they made their way up the mountain on the back of the legendary spider goats, and found themselves at the village of Bateri, also finding Neil, the Barbarian. After a brief trip and visits to Equinox's pocket of reality, the team found themselves with a passed out Neil in his hut. And I should just start some music for it. Let's start some music for it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And I should put us onto the village map.
I love the way the game hasn't even really started yet, and DerKork is already throwing out the puns.
Yeah! This is our territory!
Well, that confirms at least one theory of mine.
Yeah. Like I say, Neil is passed out on the floor nearby.
Well,
Is it possible to tell how long he's going to be out for?
Roll me a nature check.
Yeah! Come on, nature boy, do your thing. Bang!
You can tell that what he's been smoking is pretty strong. He's going to be out for a few minutes at least.
Ooh, minutes.
Yeah,
if
he's
you want me to bonk him on the head, then he's out for a few hours.
That might be hard to explain away.
Well, if you do it too hard, he'll be out for a long time.
I would just use my hands, not strike him with anything else. Don't want to harm the boy.
Yeah, but he looks kind of squishy, and you're kind of strong.
Did you think I was going to turn him into a pretzel? I'm not that stupid.
I wasn't calling you stupid, I was calling you strong.
Yes, I know I'm strong, but I also know how to use my strength. Anyway, we don't have much time.
Okay.
So,
what are we doing?
No.
Squish is just staring at Jeremiah and says, we don't have much time. Like, okay. What are we doing?
Your boss, he turns to Storm, wants to see the chief of this tribe dead.
Alright, Zarquad, it's gotta go down. On that note, Seph, we are in a hut that's full of narcotics and other lovely herbal remedies. Now, would Storm be able to tell if there's anything in here that is lethal?
Roll me a nature check.
Preferably something that could be blended in with a liquid.
As you look around, you can't really see anything that would be lethal except in really high doses. Like he has to literally force it down his throat.
This is a pot. Look, this is a pot den, not an apothecary.
Poison. Yes.
Okay then. I don't suppose any of you lot have poison on you?
Say I have, no.
No, not that I would know. I have health potions, but no poison. I'm not an assassin.
Guiltily holds up a vial of Gargantua venom.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I have a few of these.
However, I think a Gargantua poisoning would be kind of obvious.
Not if
Possibly.
it comes in a blend. A cocktail of sorts. Storm just pulls up the bottle of Nectar of the Gods.
You had left that. Where did you get that from? Didn't you leave that with Miss Fortune? With someone?
No.
I thought you had. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, out of character. No, Storm still had it. I mean, he used it to appeal to Tsukiyomi. So he's still got it, and eventually it's going to run out.
As you're talking, you hear a commotion outside.
Oh,
We might not need this.
no time to poison our blades. Okay.
Squish is going
And
to
Ru-
poke outside and see what she can see.
Or ruin perfectly good alcohol.
Squish, as you step outside, you can see Terry just running through the streets away from the village square.
Are they panicking?
Yes, they are.
We got a problem. The Terry seem to be freaking out. I don't really have much of a grasp on their culture on how easily they scare.
Well, it would be a good idea to investigate regardless, so... Shall we, everyone?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Mitty, stop drawing on the unconscious man.
That is a very good cock and balls, however. That's what everyone first draws, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, I was thinking like a little monocle and mustache, but okay.
Well,
To shut
that
myself.
too.
Why not both?
Yep.
Monocle, mustache, and a cock and balls on the chest.
Just Mitty using prestidigitation to draw on the unconscious sleeping man.
Rascal
Yep.
would be proud.
Mitty, that's not very nice, but I'm so proud of you, good boy.
It's not like it won't wash away.
It won't.
Well, then you should probably get used to his new tattoos.
It'll last for an hour. It can't be washed away before that, though. So it'll probably fade by the time he wakes up. Anyway, we should probably go see what's scaring the little goatman.
Yes!
The walking memes.
Okay. You make your way towards the village square.
The way
So-
And as you
out
do,
implies that
and
he's
if I
setting
can
up a map and now
pause
worried.
damn music.
Why do I have the feeling that we're going to see
Don't
someone
do.
we've seen before? And that she's brought another toy to play with.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
You make your way to the village square,
Oh,
and you can see Zarquad and two guards talking with a large mechanical construct.
okay.
Oh!
Roll me a history check. Yeah, I'll let you have that with advantage.
For a whopping
Yeah, Squish especially. You recognise this as the construct that took away
Hello?
that giant one with a flamethrower and nearly took off with Squish.
We
Fire.
didn't catch any of that.
Right. You
It's the
recognise
carrier for the big flamethrower thingy.
she stood there, and you're just hearing Zarquad babbling inanely. She's clearly she's basically face palming without actually face palming. Just, I don't care. Where are the newcomers? I don't know. I mean, they were around here. Guys, were there newcomers? Yeah, we came like 10 minutes ago. They wanted to see you about something, but they went to see Neil instead. Oh well, they're with Neil. Yeah.
Get behind the house, get behind the house, get behind the house. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
It's just... the Squish is just
Oh!
everyone over.
I get
Take it as Red Ardeth's move because I can't quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very inside.
I sympathise. I've been there.
Machine just sighs heavily. I'm beginning to wish the overseer had accompanied me for this. Look, you are certain they're at this Neil's house? Well, yeah. I mean, I just said that, didn't I? That way. Kind of points in this direction. He goes, fine. But if they're not there, consider this village wiped out. He starts moving.
Do we attack it? Do we ambush it? Quickly before it gets closer.
Towards you.
Well, you can't risk it harming the village, so...
As you say that, she looks up and she sees you all.
Ah,
Shit.
hey.
Hello.
Well, I see you've all saved me the job of having to find you.
Well, you saved us the trouble of having to go and fight you in front of the Terry leader.
Just so you know, they've already scarpered at this point.
Jeremiah,
Well-
I don't think that was a clever as comeback as you think it was.
Well, I'm a barbarian. I don't need clever comebacks.
You watch as the blades that basically make up her wings clatter a little as they seem to stretch and tense.
Didn't bring your friend who you needed to rescue last time.
He is currently undergoing repairs. I must admit, you did quite a good job of disabling him.
Well, the question is, what's us to keep us from disabling you?
We shall see.
Ah,
But I come with a message, believe it or not.
a message from the Overseer. How's she doing her new iteration?
Oh, not her, no. Someone far more important.
Adam himself.
Eden.
Himself.
Eden has
Eden, yes.
shown remarkable interest in you all. After all, the Overseer, as some of you are no doubt aware, was chosen because she was the perfect one to resurrect. Someone powerful, who understood the need for order.
She
However,
had a strange view of order, to be honest.
she served her purpose until the fire elemental interfered. I'm sure that your friend behind you over there explained her actions.
Squish,
Does it even matter?
can she roll insight on how she's reacting to this?
Who's reacting to it?
Ardeth?
Ardeth.
Yeah, you can roll insight. Ardeth seems completely calm.
Given that you resurrect people apparently over and over again, does it even matter?
Quite. We did attempt to... Well... Certain patterns would have been preferable for our forces. Your friend Ardeth in particular would have been a valuable asset to us.
Well, too bad that one Ardeth was expunged instead of, well, how can I put it delicately without making you sound like you are less than humane? Harvested.
Please bear in mind that I'm merely a messenger.
Yes, I understand that.
However, if I were to acquire Ardeth, she would still prove very useful.
Well, in that case, you have to go through me, and I'm fairly certain all of my friends as well.
No doubt about that.
Rest assured, I have no intention of going anywhere.
So, what are the chances of you leaving without causing an issue now that you've delivered your message?
As you say that, you suddenly see a flash, a glint of something fly across, and you see sticking into the Gruda's left leg a throwing dart.
Ho ho.
So if D, if you would like to explain what just happened.
Well, into the scene emerges a different Holly Featherlight than who left originally. You caught glimpses of her even though she's been wearing robes, but now you're seeing the full armored figure emerge from that flash of light. A gray, pale light. She's wearing black chitinous armor, covering her body, her hands, her feet. She has thrown a strange, uneven-looking black dart that has embedded itself into the leg of the machine. And she stands waiting to see if it'll notice, silently. Because if it doesn't notice, you're going to do it again.
The construct slowly turns to stare at you. It is just glaring. And I shall just pop this up so people actually look at it. 1 second.
Yep.
Squish looks very happy to see Holly.
And Holly says... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say so does Sammy.
Aww. Holly's focus currently is on this, and she says, "Leave now." And that's all she says. Just leave now.
You watch as the Gruda lands. Its feet touch the floor. It smiles.
And as it smiles, Ollie moves for another strike.
16. Actually, yes, 16 misses, I'm afraid.
Oh no!
You hurt the lady.
Question,
Then I shall
Seth.
enjoy this.
Question,
Yep.
Seth. Is it back to us now? Like, did it turn around to like look at Holly?
Yes.
Cool, I want to shoot an Eldritch Blast at it. 2 of them.
Okay. I'll let you
Yeah.
have that as your one as a surprise attack. But
Thank
after
you.
that, I want people to roll initiative.
Yep. That's
So if
fine.
you can roll the ranged spell attack, please.
Yep.
You wanna open up the turn order for us?
1 second.
Okay. First
Open.
20 plus.
What? 4? What the hell?
It's got the decider on the thing.
A 20 hit.
Sammy.
Oh.
Give me a second. Ardeth needs to roll her.
Oh. I have a +4 to my initiative. God damn it.
Yeah, Holly comes back and is like, "Hi everyone, I suck."
So, Seth, I presume a 10 misses, but a 20 does not?
20 hits.
Yay! Okay, so it's a d10 for damage. 7!
7. Your Eldritch Blast catches the Gruda just between the wings.
Yeah!
Doesn't do that much damage. You can tell the armor's a little dented, but she's generally unharmed.
It's worth it to shut these haughty bitches
Oh,
up.
I was looking for to this.
Come to me, false life.
Holy smokes!
Wait, what?
I rock.
Hi!
I mean, I do roll with advantage because of the longbow of warding, but how did that happen?
1d20 plus 1d20 plus 3.
What?
It's roll 20 broken?
I think roll 20
I-
broke me.
Yeah. So has everyone rolled initiative?
that'd be roll.
Yeah, but Storm has rolled. Okay, 15. I mean, 15's accurate, but still.
Right.
It's weird seeing, like, it go like, oh yeah, that's not one.
15, Red.
Okay, that's going me 1 second.
Oh, I see what happened.
Yep.
You rolled 2 nat 20. You rolled 2 d20s because you were rolling with initiative, but it thought you were trying to add them together, but it didn't have the right algorithm to add them together. So instead, it took it as if you still got the natural 1.
Stupid roll 20.
Yeah.
So
15
1 in
is
14.
correct. Yeah.
So the Gruda starts lifting up again. Feel the wind starting to rise. And you suddenly see appearing around her a vortex of wind. Holly, I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
You got it. If I can find those. Just give me a moment. Wait, where are the saves in here again?
Just next to your dexterity and constitution scores on the left.
Oh, right.
We need the proficiency bonus.
It's not working. I'm being silly. I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
There it is. I found it.
Don't you worry about it, D.
I'll let you have that second advantage because you could see what she was doing. You are buffeted by the winds, but you don't take. Actually, I'm just going to double check on this. Yeah, failed. So I just need to do 2d8, 4d6. Actually, no, 1d8 and 2d6. So 1d8. And then 2d6. Okay. As you're buffeted by the winds, you feel the raw power of the wind cutting into your skin, and you take 1 second. You take 6 slashing damage and 9 cold damage.
I felt worse in shadow.
And that is her turn. Next up is Bolt.
Well, the vortex of wind is probably a bad idea, but Bolt is a vain bird who thinks he's the best. So, yeah, he's just gonna...
Let's just bear 1 second. I've got to just quickly try something.
Yeah, sure.
That works.
Okay. Yeah, Bolt's gonna fly right in there and like claw at this thing.
Okay. Bear in mind, moving through the outer ring counts as difficult terrain.
Okay.
Well, he's flying, so it's not difficult terrain.
It's a tornado.
Okay. So when does it become difficult terrain? Like, could you mark that? Okay. Let me...
So I'd say you lose about 10 feet of movement if you try and go through it.
Okay. Oh, good. Bolt still has just enough movement to reach her then.
Okay.
60 feet of flight, bitches!
Okay.
Push! 17 hits?
I'm afraid it does not.
Oh, no! Well, dang. Okay, that's Bolt's turn then.
I'll also clarify that any ranged attack made through this tornado is done with disadvantage.
Okay, good to know. Trying to move.
Next up is Ardeth. Ardeth is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and she is going to try to use Radiant Sorrow, which means she'll have to do this with disadvantage. And that's level 2. I need to do 1 ranged attack. Oh no, sorry, 1 second. D8. Sorry. Yeah, she gets 2, so she has to.
Do not worry.
Ranged attacks at disadvantage. Where is it? Go for Scorching. Use Scorching Ray for that. 26. Yep, that hits. So I need to do the. Actually, no, 14. No, misses. Ardeth. I need to do 2. Sorry, everyone.
Don't worry, Seph.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, both the icicles just get caught in the wind and go wide. Ardeth just glares. Next up, it's.
So the tornado is here-ish, yeah? Hang on.
Yeah, that green ring is that's a tornado.
Which green ring? I don't see a green ring.
I don't see a green
I
ring.
think you may have drawn that on the DM layer, Seph.
Oh god, hang on. Sorry.
Don't worry, Seph. I know that DMing is pain.
Yeah, I'm
How
gonna
do you
have
think
to.
I feel?
Was that Mads?
No.
Where are we?
Or maybe it was a DM that was pushed to her limit.
That's just how Jurnis really sounds.
Yeah, that's the real Jurnis voice.
Oh, yeah.
If you really want, I can turn on my phone voice.
Can you see?
Oh.
Can people see it now?
There
Yes,
you go.
we can see it now. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if any ranged attack enters this area, it's with disadvantage, yeah?
Yeah.
How
But we
high
can get-
is that disruption?
It is a 20-foot ring raising 40 feet into the air.
Oof.
Ah.
But Storm could, if he was feeling crazy, melee attack this thing and no disadvantage.
You would get stuck in the cyclone.
God damn it! So we just have to deal with the disadvantage.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
don't
this bitch.
do.
Unless you want to use some of your movement to get close.
Well, that's what I was going to do. I thought
Yeah,
it
you
wouldn't
can do
matter.
that and then run through the storm if you want.
Is it meta knowledge to know if we're at disadvantage if we do melee attack, though? If we're next to him?
You are not at disadvantage if you're in the white circle around her.
Okay.
Well, I can use my feline agility to get 60 feet of movement, which should
Yeah,
be
you'd be able to get through.
Yeah, let's do that! Be a quick boy! Winds can't
Okay.
stop Storm!
Storm, as you rush through the tornado, it's hard to get through the first 10 feet, but as soon as you do, you're in a complete pocket of calm at the centre.
Nice. I'll move my boy there then. Right!
Okay.
Now I can use actions and stuff. Woohoo! You know what I'm gonna do?
What's it gonna do?
Bonus action hex! Or Hunter's Hex as I call it now. Haha.
Okay,
Yay!
I shall
Because as I like to keep reminding
place
everyone,
the curse upon.
it's just a Mina Hunter's mark. Ooh, that reminds me. I gotta give it disadvantage or something. I'm going to
No.
presume.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
I'm going to presume it uses Dex, so I'm going to give it disadvantage on Dex saves.
Okay.
I can work with that.
Is
Oh,
there
sorry,
any-
it's disadvantage on ability checks with Dex.
Not
Okay.
saving throws?
Great, not.
Okay, is
Oh.
there anything else you'd like to do?
Yep. Ooh, okay, I'm just checking what I got. Okay. I was just gonna go slicey with a sword.
Okay.
25.
That hits.
Yeah, and a D6 of necrotic.
Excellent. So that's 11. Actually, no, it's 8, sorry.
I wish it was 11 though.
Yeah. You are able to bring your sword into sharp contact with the Gruda's armour. It glares at you for that. You've done some damage, but not much. You've scratched it.
It's always nice to end your ceaseless prattle.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
that's Paul's turn.
Okay, next up.
So, difficult
Alright.
terrain is half movement speed, right? Am I still
Yeah.
correct in that? Okay.
Yeah.
So, 10 normal movement,
hmm
equivalent 20 equivalent,
I would say you'd get through with the movement you've got.
30 equivalent, 35 equivalent, a little bit of rage because we already know that it's going to go try attack people. So, rage against the machine it is.
I will also point out, if you re-enter the tornado from this side, you will be damaged.
Yeah, I'm not that stupid. But it'll get a taste of the good old Marstax.
Nice.
That hits. So that's...
That'll be 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Second storm, same as the first. And misses.
That misses.
Shouldn't have celebrated, but do I go with that? No, I don't go with that yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up.
It can't charm or frighten me after all. So
Okay.
it can look all scary if it wants. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Next up is Squish.
Okay. So this is difficult terrain, did you say, around here?
Yeah. No. The inner circle is clear. It's the ring around it, the green ring.
The 25% opacity, not the 50% opacity.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the easiest way I could think of to do the ring.
That makes sense, to be honest. Let's see. Squish will probably not have enough movement to get in through there. Well, actually... Squish has
60.
Squish has 45 feet of movement. Could she get here? Yes, she could.
Yeah, she could get there. Okay.
Why do I have to...
And I'm gonna assume you know what she's gonna do.
Yep.
Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Dang it.
That does not hit.
Squish!
So, no flurry of blows.
Right, not.
I do, however, let me see. I do, however, can have one more unarmed strike. But I miss.
That, yeah.
Stupid metal person!
Next up is me.
As she says that, Squish just kind of looks over her shoulder at Sammy. Squish, not Squish, Mitty is going to fly up and over. I assume flying at a diagonal 40 feet, he could get up above it without losing any movement.
Yep, he'd be able to then use 10 feet to get over it and then descend 10 feet.
Okay. So, he'd be now, what, 30 feet above her?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put, like, Middy's elevation in the blue ring, so you can reference that if you want.
Okay.
And a little flight icon. So he is now above. And he is going to... He's not close enough for acid breath, so... Pew!
That misses.
Damn it! He's just gonna hawk a fireball.
Yeah, it misses, I'm afraid.
That's all it needs.
Okay, Samael. You're
Sorry about that. Sorry, that was an accident.
Okay. So, Sunny is gonna move here, just outside. Now, this area is with disadvantage, right?
Yeah, if you're aiming through that area, it's with disadvantage. And it counts as rough terrain.
So, first thing, Radiant Defense on everybody. And this time I will not forget it. Specifically... Hey!
You move when it's your turn, and it's not your turn yet.
It knows
Young
what's
lady.
coming.
Specifically everybody but
Holly.
But Holly. Sorry, Holly.
You're fine.
So then I will summon a spiritual weapon.
Okay, 1 second. Spare me because I'm just adjusting things.
Why are there two of them?
Oh, it's just one of them. But rather than assign the tornado circle to something else, I'm just going to duplicate the token.
Okay.
Right, 1 second. Spiritual weapon. Tokens.
And
1 second. Okay, just move that where you want to move it.
right there. And does a 24 hit?
24 hits.
5 damage. And last but not least, I couldn't get a clear shot with my crossbow, could I?
Nope, because it would be a disadvantage.
I mean, you can try.
Yeah. Okay, try. Does a 20 hit?
20 hits. Your crossbow bolt somehow you're able to get the gauge of the wind, and you're able to sink the crossbow straight into its shoulder. It just glares at you through this tornado.
Hey, that's all I got.
Okay, next up it's Holly.
Can I get from where I am to here without like losing? Am I able? Can I get here? Is what I mean.
Yeah, you can get there.
Okay,
You're already in the tornado, so you're okay.
So she emerges through the storm, and she likewise. I'm trying to pull it up. There it is. Brings up her spiritual weapon, which in her case is a giant version of the black, uneven-looking dart she had. So it's like a dart.
And depending upon where she puts it, she'd have an advantage with that, right?
She's putting it right, I would think right here, right?
Well, either there or
Here.
there. You'd have advantage because there's
Yeah, let's put it
one
here
on the
next to
other
the other
side.
spiritual weapon, yeah.
there's an ally on either side.
Yeah, let's put it right there then. Holly knows those things. I didn't know the game mechanic, but Holly does. Except she calls it a life mechanic.
Holly.
So 26.
1 second. 26
Sorry, I lost you. What?
26 hits.
Okay, so do I roll the damage then?
Yep, roll the damage.
Well, it's also a nat 20, so.
Yep.
What's the level? It asks me what I cast it at what level. I assume
Just go with base level.
Don't you
it
just
won't let me choose. It says
Yes.
level 2 is the beginning.
Yeah, just
Yeah, that's the
level
one.
2.
It's a level 2 spell.
Nice. 12 points of damage.
Okay. Your dart kind of just does a quick flight around her and finds a spot to stab into,
Exactly how I wanted it to go.
and then just kind of flies off again.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it.
Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Your end is here, false life. That's it.
Okay. So, it's now Gruda's turn. It turns and stares at Storm, cackles, and first I need to roll this.
Okay.
Okay. And then it smirks. And I would like Bolt, Storm, Jeremiah to make strength saving throws, please.
I'm
Okay.
terribly sorry. I only got about 50% of that.
I would like
Yeah.
Bolt, Storm, Samael, and Jeremiah to make strength saves, please.
All right.
Why am I in?
Because you're probably going to get like a thunder wave or something.
Okay.
Does Squish need to?
No, Squish does not need to. But Storm,
Yep.
everyone else, they managed to withstand it, but you are catapulted back 15 feet
Okay. Oh.
as a strong blast of wind is thrown against you all.
All right. So where am I moving? Like here.
You are moving towards Sammy.
Okay.
Fortunately, he lands on his feet, right?
I would like both you and Sammy to make dexterity saving throws. Oh, it's Squish, sorry. Not... sorry. I misread. No, Storm, you're safe. Squish, I need you to make the saving throw, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Strength, was it?
Yeah, Squish, you're catapulted towards Sammy. So you both need to make dex saves.
I made mine.
Okay,
Okay.
What?
Sammy, you
What?
barely jump out the way as Squish is basically thrown into this wall here. Gruda smiles, flexes its claws, and slashes at Bolt first.
Okie. Oh,
Does
that
23
hits.
hit?
You know it hits.
I assume I took damage from flying into a house.
I would roll a d4. You take 2
Lost
bludgeoning
his
damage.
Seph.
Really, is that
You
all?
take 2 bludgeoning damage. Yep.
Being very generous.
Here, break it up, Seph.
No,
Hello.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep. We hit.
I'm getting Seph clear as
Okay.
day right now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Bolt
Yeah.
just took damage, so Radiant Defense should kick
Yep.
in.
Okay.
And if
And Squish got damaged, so defense against
true.
the house.
I'll
Against
just
the house.
roll this here, and it is
I'll let you have it for Bolt, but not for Squish.
2d10 plus 7.
Ow!
Okay.
And right. Yes, 7 roll. It takes 16.
damage. Okay.
And Bolt's radiant defense is gone for the moment.
Yep.
It smiles and slashes again at Bolt.
Oh, 31!
Wow!
Jesus fucking Christ!
It has a modifier of 13.
Okay, yeah, that hits! Oh,
Yep.
my poor son.
As it does so, you can all make attacks of opportunity if you'd like, as she flies 30 feet into the air.
Yes, because I'm mad!
Yeah.
Spiritual weapons count?
I would say, for argument's sake, no.
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
mad.
So
I didn't catch that.
Jeremiah, spiritual weapons do not count.
Okay.
So Jeremiah,
I didn't roll a damage, so Storm count.
Storm, yeah, Storm, you get the advantage. So Storm, you can roll damage.
Don't suppose Hex. No, it's still Hex, so it should still roll
Yeah.
D6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jeremiah, I will allow you to have that because I've always counted spiritual weapons for advantage, so you can roll that.
Midi can and so can.
8 plus 4 plus 4. That's 8 plus 8. That's 16 points of damage.
16. Okay.
Jeremiah was this close. You try to jump on its back, actually.
Not
Is
the
there
other
anyone
one.
else?
Whoops, sorry.
It's not our turn.
No, Holly has an attack of opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
If she wants it.
Yes, Holly would like to... I'm trying to bring it up. She's going to go for this again. If I can do it. It's being ornery. Just give me a moment. What the crap? Something is going on with my character sheet. Hold on. There we go.
Quick question, Seph. I don't suppose Bolt would have been able to have an attack opportunity as well, or was he too busy being, viciously attacked?
I will allow him.
Yay, Bolt!
Okay, Midi.
That misses Holly.
It's going into Midi's range now.
Bolt doesn't.
Yep, Bolt. Get set. Bolt, roll damage, please. 8 slashing.
Midnight can if he's in range. Caw.
Okay, next up.
Yeah, Midnight was 30 feet in the air. She's now level with Midi, so technically she
And
can leave Midi's attack range.
No, but she does. I will let Midnight have an attack opportunity.
Ooh. You will go for beat. Damn it, Midi!
That misses, I'm afraid.
He was startled.
And you watch, after she spiraled, she spun round, spiraling upwards, cackling. She flies off.
Eh?
And combat is over.
I have a sneaky suspicion that we could not have taken her.
I have that suspicion as well.
Possibly, but then again, villains usually retreat when they're losing.
Yeah, Storm's take on the situation. Ha! Too hot for you, eh? Can't handle a real beast of the sky!
They scurry away to fight another day.
Going to lick it is going to lick its wounds. Speaking of licking wounds, anyone hurt?
Everyone gather around. Since combat is over. And...
Squish, come over here.
Squish, do you want to do?
Do you need help, Squish?
Sure. Squish is like, that little cartoon thing where they smack against the wall and just gonna slide down with their shoulders are on the ground and in the air. That was kind of the position she was in. It's like,
Storm helps her up.
And then
okay.
bring her forward. And Holly.
Everyone off.
Holly is going to give me just a moment. I'm slow. I'm sorry.
You're not slow.
What are you talking about? But mi nombre es Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Hold on a second. I just out of
Don't use
curiosity.
that silly accent.
Holly doesn't have any. Holly doesn't have any spells to heal a group.
Oh boy!
That's why in Waterdeep had a mock Spanish had that kind of accent. Who was as terrible with it as you were.
Hold on a second. I said healer. Is that one?
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
No, it's all, I have like spells to heal one person, but no group healing. Is that right, Seph?
If it makes you feel any better, I'm only down 2 hit points, so don't worry about Squish.
Oh well. Who is in need of
just,
healing?
I don't.
Squish just looks like she got stuck in a wind tunnel, but other than that, she's fine.
Okay.
Bolt looks a little.
Yeah, Bolt got beat up
rough
pretty
around
bad.
the feathers.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that cure wounds to Bolt.
Yeah.
Before you do, and then Holly pulls out her symbol of the Raven Queen. Don't worry, it's good. It's good. And she's going to bless Bolt.
Aww.
Which means whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw, no, that's not the one I wanted to cast. I cast the wrong one. give me a second. This
Sweet
is the one. I
gesture, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the one I wanted. Because it will maximize maximum number of hit points possible from anyone.
That's good.
Mm.
She focuses it on Bolt and says, "You are cared for by everyone here."
Here it is. Thank you, Holly.
Salty.
So, you still healing Bolt, Sammy?
If not, Holly will.
Did that big beacon of hope heal him, or?
No, it doesn't heal. It just
gets
means
max healing.
Okay, yeah, the cure wound's still on Bolt.
What level's that?
It's my fourth level. It was a 4th level cast.
Woo!
So
I'm
10
just gonna-
plus 8, 16, 24,
Yeah, he's back at max.
34 hit points of damage have been healed.
So he's back
Oh my
at his
God.
max of 36.
I only have one 4th level spell, and so far it doesn't seem that useful.
Who knows? Maybe you'll run into a situation where turn ground is useful when we deal with farmers or something. I know that spell does not exist.
Right. So, I'm sure she'll be back once she's prepared a new speech about how inferior we are.
She sounds a lot like the Overseer with her superiority complex.
Oh, yeah. On to more important things. Hi, Holly.
I'm too sure of that.
Hello, Squish. Hello, everyone. I'm so gratified to be back among you. It's been so long.
Does that mean you're staying?
For now, yes. I may be called again, but for now, I'm...
You just feel Anarchy throw her arms around you.
And Holly hugs back and says, "Missed you so much."
And Squish is on the other side, also hugging.
Both of you.
I'm happy to see you again.
Even you, Jeremiah.
It's good to see you, Holly.
Indeed.
I'm glad we're going to have an opportunity to get to know one another a little better.
Finally, yes. And Sammy, you've been the good heart for the group.
Yeah, Sammy's been pretty cool.
That's our cleric.
What time of day is it?
I would say it's getting to about midday-ish, I think.
So, yeah. Meanwhile, Holly is like suddenly like her eyes are kind of watering and she's like looking down and kind of shielding her. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
guessing after all that time in the Shadowfell, the bright lights of the normal plane are pretty brutal.
Holly nods and says, "I'm afraid so.
Hmm.
I appreciate your understanding."
Midi rears back and extends his wing out over so it like forms like a tiny parasol.
Oh,
He's
play
like,
of the game.
he has to like do like a little meerkat thing where he's like up on his hind legs to do it, but
Thank you, Midnight. That's not necessary. I appreciate it, though. You're so sweet.
Midnight kind of reaches and tries to muzzle you.
Aww.
Holly reaches over to try to pet Midnight, just like a scruff on the head.
You
Thank you.
accept happily.
It's not needed. I'll be all right. I've been gone so long. I've missed all of you so much.
So normally there's a reason for your visitations. Didn't expect one so soon.
right, none of us are gonna die, right?
I would let you know if that were true. I'm here because the next stage in my training requires me to be here.
Ah, practical experience.
Exactly. Oh, and since, and she says, and don't recall. The events get a little muddled. Storm upon the sea, yes?
Yes, that's me.
I've seen you, but you don't exactly all say each other's names all the time. I'm Holly Featherlight. I believe we've met, but not formally.
We've met a few times, but yes, not formally. It's a pleasure to meet you for real, Holly Featherbright. Light.
It's all right. That's common. The Featherbrights, they're a whole different story. Well,
So
the
what
travel
are
has been... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you first, Holly. You haven't had a chance to talk to us in what is a long time, at least from your perspective. To me, it feels like it's been a few days
It's been a few
since we
weeks at this
last
point,
talked.
actually.
Was that in character, Squish?
No, it was just me speculating. I thought DerKork was finished. I'm sorry.
That was
A few
finished.
days. A few days. A few days? Holly looks puzzled. Just a few days? She looks at the others like, is this true? She doesn't say it, but she's like looking at you like, huh?
It's been about
It's like,
nearly 2 weeks and
Yeah.
game time because we spent a lot of places where we were just like spend a few days
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah.
Okay,
So did someone tell her that?
I'd say Ardeth does.
Yeah, and then she says back, it's been much longer for me. Almost a year.
You
Wait,
Yes.
how?
Time and... Sorry, go ahead.
Time dilation in the Feywild and the Shadow of Hell. Time runs differently.
Centuries could pass in the Feywild in a blink of an eye.
DBZ's time chamber.
there are also rumors
It's like
of
playing tamer.
there are also rumors of planes where time moves way slower, than here. One of them is called, I believe one of them might be called molasses. Though then again, it might have been my grandma's recipe for cookies.
What on... Jeremiah, did you take a blow to the head? Are you sure you don't
No.
need healing?
No, I don't need healing.
He's been getting
just-
weirder since you've left.
Yeah, you should have heard him just like a little while ago when we were talking with Neil. It was like he's a totally different person.
Look, I was trying to get into the idiot's head. I mean, he's a good kid at heart, I think, but terribly lacking in experience.
The journey was arduous, though. Does anyone want to fill me in on where we are now? What we're doing?
We're on a
I
voyage
lost
of
track of
Goblin.
you when this was happening.
Well, I don't think we can actually tell you everything that's going on out in the open like this.
Yes, let's get somewhere. Let's get inside somewhere, and you can catch me up.
Speaking
I think
of,
Neil probably is still knocked out.
Squish is gonna have a look around. Have the Terry started reappearing now that the thing's gone?
yeah, ditto.
Yeah, there's a couple of terriers that are milling around.
And what about the great Zarquad?
He's nowhere to be found.
Of course he isn't.
He's still hiding under his chair.
Or he's gone back to little nappy time.
Well, he's hiding under his chair and having his nappy time.
Yeah.
Mostly a wet nappy, though.
So, what's the plan then?
Yes, that's what I want to know.
Well,
I mean, do we just find an inn and then just get a room to have a private chat? I don't know.
I could settle for an inn.
I mean, we
It'd be
could
nice to-
go back to Niels's hut, but he might be awake. And I don't think he'd entirely appreciate everything we have to talk about.
That probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Exactly.
yeah.
And
Then again, he's probably getting himself stoned again if he's back up.
Bear in mind, we do have to reach the top of the mountain.
Indeed.
And what's up there?
The Draco Spire. And at the very top, Crikey.
Yes, we're on the Dragon Spire.
Holly nods. I understand that much.
We're going to talk to a big gold dragon.
Yes.
Holly gets a quirky look. A gold dragon?
Yes.
Well, maybe we should leave now then.
Well, there's something we're supposed to do here too for,
Holly seems suddenly in a hurry to get to the top of the mountain.
You can wait, Squish.
I hate the connection on my end.
I lost y'all. Go ahead, say again.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Everyone, yep.
I didn't actually think out of character now.
I didn't hear anything after I said a big gold dragon. Well, maybe we should get to the top of the mountain then.
Yeah, same. I just got that, you know.
Yeah, that's what I heard. What did anyone say?
Squish says, well, we're supposed to do something here for someone, and then she looked over at Storm.
Yeah.
Holly looks mildly disappointed.
I'm thinking out of character. Sorry.
To be fair, we can probably leave that for the way down.
That's what I was thinking. I'm sure Zarquad's not going anywhere.
Yes.
You'll have to fill me in on this Zarquad later.
We'll do that on the way up, yes.
Yes,
We'll get
please.
him once he's more relaxed. I'm sure after his ordeal just now, he needs a moment to calm down and unwind.
Yeah.
Okay. You all make your way back to the stables. I'd say there's room for Holly to be able to get on one of them. And you start making your way along the mountain. During that time, you can talk amongst yourselves.
Not going to lie, I thought we'd have to get permission to keep going on up, but they don't seem to really care.
I mean, they've been scared shitless by that mechanical thing, yes.
I get the feeling they wouldn't care anyway.
To be fair, they don't seem that right in the. They don't seem to be that right in the head, unfortunately.
They're a very passive people. And that's putting it nicely.
Yes.
I know I'm not the smartest, but even to me, these people seem a little, dumb.
Yes.
Yes, they conserve power by energy by not using their brain much.
I try always to remember we don't know the history of a place, not to guess
Of course.
how things got to a certain way. Just because a culture is different doesn't mean we should call it any less or more intelligent than our own.
That's fair, but their creator themselves admitted that they weren't his best work.
Yeah.
To be fair back, every creator says that.
Well, I think the Cat Lord would disagree, but hey, maybe we'll ask him.
But doesn't even that culture have situations of testing and disappointment and fallen heroes? And
What, you mean the Tabaxi culture?
yes,
Oh yeah, we're fucking weird.
I love it.
We're terrible with money. We ramble endlessly about stories. And
Really pulls out a yarn ball and tosses it forward.
and we get very distracted. Oh, look, a Yambo.
It's all the tapestry of life.
Hmm.
It's what makes us all different. If we were all the same, life would be desperately boring. I mean, imagine if everyone was Jeremiah.
Have you and the
Why
Raven
the-
Queen been hanging out with Lord Rowan? That sounds like something he would say.
Jeremiah, I'm so glad to see you. I've been waiting to tease you since I left.
I know.
How have you been? Really, how have you been?
I've been trying to be a good role model for little Anarchy. Not that I necessarily succeeded.
Oh, don't think little of yourself. Just keep moving forward. Now tell me about this gold dragon. What's his story? Her story? Is it a him or a her? I want to be correct.
It's a he.
Oh, good. I mean,
He gave Minnie powers. Minnie, sure. And Minnie is going to use prestidigitation to do the sparkles in his little smile.
Was that him or the black dragon?
That was the gold dragon through the statue in the.
That was Crankentovine.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's spectacular, Minnie. I am so impressed with you. I've seen your adventures. Things are a little scrambled when they come through to Shadow sometimes. I'm a little muddled too, so you'll excuse me for it.
Yes, Ollie, I couldn't help but notice that you've changed a little.
I don't know as I've changed so much.
I mean, definitely your choice of dress.
Yeah, you could.
And he points to the chanting armor.
Sorry, what?
Certainly your style of dress, and he points to the armor that Ollie's wearing. That wasn't your style before you became an apprentice.
It's a tool of what I do now.
It also looks bitchin'.
Thank you.
To be honest, it looks really impressive.
It's just going to be useful for what I have to do in life now.
Speaking of...
What exactly is your duty, if I may ask?
I work for the Raven Queen, just in a different way than before. More proactive.
So you're reaping now instead of healing what is not at its time.
Holly shakes her head at that and says, "Reaping? No. I'm serving the Raven Queen, however she wishes. It's as simple as that, and it begins and ends there."
Yeah, I have a very important matter to bring up. Like, what is the Raven Queen's view on assassinations? Because I have to assassinate someone.
Should I roll a history on that? Or should I just know it?
You just know it, since you...
Yeah, I've been training hard.
Yeah, you would know the answer.
What is the answer? What does the Raven Queen think?
She's fine with it.
Yeah. When it's time, it's time. However the cause.
Oh, good. That's a relief, because I've been charged to assassinate the great Zarquad by my god.
He didn't look that great, to be honest.
No, but he certainly thinks he is, and that's manipulatable.
And who is your god?
That would be Lord Aquanox.
What do I know of Lord Aquanox, Seph? Or religion? Should I do religion instead?
Yeah, roll me religion.
Okay. About the same.
Yeah, you would know the Raven Queen has mentioned a creature named Aquanox, but as far as she's concerned, he's not really a god in the same way she's not really a god.
Holly says back, "I've heard the name. I wish you the best on your quest, and if you're a part of this group, we'll all help you however we can."
Very well, as long as it's all okay with everyone.
Holly gestures to everyone. I mean, we might as well vote on it on the way. Is everyone okay with
they've
it?
already agreed, basically.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm fine with it too.
Yeah, they don't want to let me handle it on my own. They don't want me... Sorry, let me rephrase that. They don't want me to face danger on my own.
One of the things you'll find, Storm, it's always true. When you're in the belly of the beast, best to have someone on the outside.
Well, don't I know it?
To be honest, Aquanox kind of got us all in on the act by
taking us into his own demi-plane.
Yeah, that's
yes.
right. Yeah, how are you all feeling after that? That was your first time seeing the big guy.
Ooh, what's he look like?
He was certainly big.
Tentacles and eyes and more eyes, and when you think it's more than enough eyes, then it's still more eyes.
Sometimes he's just one big eye.
Yes. With the central big eye, yes.
Ooh,
Oh no, I mean sometimes
size of a city.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. Then again, I wonder if he's trying to compensate something.
Jeremiah!
Does he need to compensate? He's literally like the power of the seas incarnate.
You know, Jeremiah, the gods, I will say the gods are... Sorry, go ahead.
To be fair, Jeremiah, it's more likely if that city was his body.
And besides that, Jeremiah,
Yeah.
gods are always... Remember, the gods are always listening.
I haven't sworn my allegiance to him, so if he takes offense with to my statement, then he can tell me himself, and then I'm willing to reconsider my answer.
Make sure you look at the bottom of water glasses for a while.
That's why I'm sticking to beer from now on.
I manifested myself to mute the ice in your drink as only a truly stylish evil villain can. Brr, chilly. Is that the ice just because I'm so cool? Thank you, Anthony Head.
Yes.
Also, I think even a god of his power knows when something is said in jest. I don't really think he has anything to compensate.
I hope so, Jeremiah. I hope so for your sake. And Holly looks over at the rest of the group and kind of like shakes her head happily, like she's like, never change, Jeremiah, but she doesn't say that.
Jeremiah, I would like you to roll me a history check.
Why do I have the feeling? I had the feeling that I had to roll something.
Yeah, you've heard stories of the great old ones. You know that, unlike the gods, they don't really have much in the way of ego to bruise, so they wouldn't really... So you get the feeling that Aquanox really wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Then again, maybe what I said is very, very small fry to him.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we're like krill in the sea compared to the guy.
We're a drop in the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
to use his domain.
I'm teasing you, Jeremiah.
I know, Holly, and you're still cute as a button doing it.
Thank you.
I would like people to roll me perception checks, please.
Perception.
Let's ignore that.
But no, it's amphibious now. Yes.
I would like advantage, please, with the eyes of the eagle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Midnight,
Guys hate me.
Bolt. Midnight and Bolt both can see up ahead, buried in the snow, is a large object.
A large object.
Yeah.
I thought you said ogre at first, and I said, oh no.
No, large object. Round about
Can
there.
I also say that I like how my gloves are see-through, so they look like they're actually giant gloves on the map?
Yeah, I thought they were originally.
So just the flighty boys, eh?
Yep.
The babies, the Muppet babies.
No. Bolt's more like the angsty teen.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he's a man now. He's of drinking age.
Oh, Dad, you don't know me.
Good kid!
I wish I'd never been hatched.
Bolt would be very
Oh,
offended
hey.
if he heard that in character, but that was accurate to Bolt's teenage years.
That's so unfair. I hate you. I was adopted at birth. Of course you were a Bolt.
Alrighty.
What else would you think we would do? Turn you into an omelette?
Well, that's what Waves wanted to do.
Mm.
And he
Yeah.
kept trying to do it for over 20 years.
Well, yeah.
I think after a
Both.
certain point, it's no longer an omelette.
Yeah,
Becomes more of a rotisserie chicken?
both Bolt and Midnight notice the lump in the snow here. I just wanted to inform you that the cliff you're stood near, that's a 2,000-foot drop near enough.
Oh!
Okay, good to know. Alright,
Holly
let's have-
moves on. Does Midnight and Storm tell us that they see something?
He's
yeah,
kind
hang on.
of pointing.
Bolt sees something up ahead, and she's like, Midnight does too. Something buried in the snow.
Hold on, everyone. And she goes to investigate it.
As does Squish.
Hi, Squish.
Hi.
It's good to be by your side again.
Don't get too close to the edge of the cliff.
Oop.
Okay, investigation. I want to see
Yes,
what this thing
and-
is.
Holly is doing that too. If I can bring up her
Ditto.
characters.
As you do that, you just have to bear with me just one moment, please.
That investigation
Sorry
Squish
about that.
falls in the snow.
Sorry.
Like I say, let's bear with me just one moment.
I like how
If
all
it's
my
the
redu-
Gruda, I will flip.
Can I just say I like how all my redundant dice are always amazing and
Yeah, I
my
know.
Squish, does a 21 hit you?
Fuck.
You know it does.
Hello.
As you lean down to investigate this little object in the a blade shoots out of it and catches you across the chest. And it goes 10 slashing damage.
Goblin down! Ah!
Oh,
As around you, full claimant sentinels, Arcadian pop up.
Oh, not these guys.
Do I have as the blade hits, do I have time to heal her? Hello?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'd like to do that. Just give me a moment. I'm having trouble, like it keeps sounding like y'all are cut off, so I apologize if I'm annoying y'all.
no, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm having the same issue. And I have gigabit internet, for God's sakes.
I think it might be Discord being a bit mean today.
To the Americas.
And as they pop out,
Oh no, that's the wrong one, sorry. There we go.
Yay.
Having to rely on tricks now, do you?
as a full claim, as you stand there, you hear the cackling from beyond the cliff edge as the Gruda rises.
Oh,
You really didn't think I would give up so easily, did you?
No, but I thought you were smarter than that. Give us a proper fight down there. instead of having to hide your minions.
Consider yourself
Ooh.
fortunate. I just wanted to test.
Yeah, to be fair, this seems like a very a suitable military strategy. But what do I know? I'm just a goblin. It's a legitimate strategy, guys.
Are we rolling initiative, or can I do something else?
Yes, we are rolling initiative.
Also,
Okay.
question to the DM. Can
Yeah.
the Radiant Defense I cast earlier still be active?
It only lasts a minute.
No, it only lasts a minute.
Well, I have to cast
Don't worry,
P.
guys. I have a plan. Holly's got a big plan.
I guess it was too much to expect for them to be tired of their prattling for one day. Yeah.
I'm sure now I get a better initiative. Fuck you, fuck you, roll 20.
All they do is toy.
Oh my god, look at my initiative, guys!
Hey,
It's not
a
our
4.
fault we hope they would learn their lesson.
It's a 4. It's
I'll
still
be
better
right
than
back.
a 1.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Alright, don't you worry about it. You do what you have to do.
I'm still listening.
Was it the Strahd group where one fight and none of yous rolled above a 5 for initiative?
Yeah, I believe that was actually the Strahd group, yeah.
Has everyone rolled initiative?
I believe so.
Might have been before I got there, but because I don't remember.
Might have been in the Durst house, actually.
Yeah.
Against the Mimic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Squish,
Funny.
you're up first.
Revenge! Ah! Poke.
Okay. That definitely hits.
Okay.
Six
Flurry of
damage.
blows.
Yep. 1 second. That hits, as does that. So that's another 13.
And lastly, her last unarmed strike.
Yeah, you've more or less smashed this thing to pieces. It's still standing, but yeah.
A little bit of wind and it falls over.
Where is my thing? Open hand technique. I want it to make me a. Where is it?
So what you're saying is, I'm invincible. Oh no, not at all. Even a stiff breeze could invincible.
A strength saving throw.
Okay. 17.
It beats it.
No.
If it had failed, then it couldn't have used its reaction. But nope.
Yeah, okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Ah, that was dirty and underhanded.
Ardeth is up next. She's going to use Old Faithful. So 1 second. She's going to cast it at level 2. So that's 1 D8 for 6 shards. And yet she's going to fire them at the Gruda. So let's just roll very fast. 6 times. It's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, bloody hell. 4 of those hit. So I've got to work
One
this
of
out
them
now.
actually would be, because it's a net 20. He's
Yeah,
doing
so I need
extremely
to
well.
double that one. So that's, let's see. 1d4, 3d4 times 4. So that's 12d4. Look at the advanced dice roll. So that's
Yoink.
12 d4.
Poor guys, y'all.
That
I haven't been hit or
one.
anything, have I?
No,
Okay.
34, and I have to roll 64 for the crit.
Oh,
So,
Oh no, D, this is good.
44,
This is
Oh.
Ardeth being a badass.
This is 51.
44, 51.
51.
Yeah. You just watch these 6 shards smack straight into the Gruda, and they explode, and it jerks in midair.
it jerks in midair. What?
It jerks in midair from the impact.
Good.
And it just goes, "You wanted to see how powerful I was? Well, there you go." Next up, Jeremiah.
Boom.
The
Oh.
only thing you missed was Squish pretty much partially disassembling this green one.
Well, he may not be raging, but he's going to make his way over to blue.
Okay.
And a 1.
That hits. 16 damage.
And a 2.
That hits. For 15 damage. Yeah, this one's been pretty badly messed up, but it is still going.
I'll beat your drive out of you. He's not going to rage. He's going to stay calm and ready himself for the response.
Okay. Next up, Sam.
Okay.
Caw.
And great defense on everybody again.
Yeah.
Red Knight, Anarchy. Yeah. Me and myself. And then I am going to keep the big guy at bay. Spiritual weapon.
Okay. I'll go just 1 second. Yeah, roll 20 to be a little bit slow.
I mean, we can always go for the Bahamut's chuck.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Icy, just put the axe where you want it.
Okay. Since it's spiritual, it can fly.
Yeah.
It can fly, it can fly.
And I'm assuming 15 doesn't hit?
15 does not hit.
Okay. Well, it's there anyways. And finally, my crossbow, and I'm assuming that doesn't hit either.
No, that does not hit.
Okay. Everybody's now protected at least from one attack. Or at least retaliate from one attack.
Okay. Next up is Storm.
Yeah. So, green dude is pretty beat up.
Yep.
Okay. I won't blow the hex right away then. Right, let's go slashing at him.
Nice.
A double in that 20.
I'm not even going to bother asking you to roll damage for that.
Ha ha!
It just shatters to pieces.
Beautiful. Cool. No,
Beautiful.
You've still got movement and
I do. And a
second
bonus.
attack, so
let's occupy this guy's attention then and swing with the
Okay.
sword.
roll it. That misses, I'm afraid.
Boo! But yeah, that's Storm's turn then.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome and lame.
Can't have it all.
Yeah. Next up, it is. Ooh, look who it is! The one you just attacked. He's going to turn to you, and he is going to make an attack. 17.
That does not hit.
6 doesn't hit either.
Nope.
It tries to slash back at you, but you're just a little bit too nimble for it.
Yeah.
Nimble Kitty is nimble.
Damn straight.
Okay. Next up, it's Gruda. She smiles evilly. And let's see where to put it. I can't find the token I was using. One sec.
Ominous.
I just hope she doesn't have a vacuum feature.
That's what I'm wondering about.
Squish is small, it can be easily blown away.
She's going to move that there. And I'm just going to roll the damage for this. So give me a second. First off, I need everyone to make me a dex saving throw, please.
Give me 1 second here.
So that's dex save rather. It's 10. Right.
How much damage?
Jeremiah, Samael,
Damn it.
and Jeremiah, Samael, Holly. Actually, 1 second. Yeah, everyone but Squish and Midnight. You take 1 second.
Ignore that.
1 second. The one except Squish and Midnight, you take 31 points of damage.
Oh god.
Squish and Midnight take 15.
Okay, give me 1 second here to.
Holly collapses.
Oh.
Holly
Okay.
just like goes down. How does Holly go down? What happened to her?
2.
Basically, you're all cut to pieces by the wind.
Oh, so the wind and Holly's just blown to the ground.
Actually, no, sorry, cancel that. Holly's safe. She's in the eye of the storm, as is Samael.
So
yeah,
no damage to me?
no damage to Holly, and Samael's safe.
Oh, okay, whoops.
So
Apologies. This character's attack is completely homebrewed, so
Oh, okay.
it's kind of. I know
You
it
might have a little OP'd it.
This is supposed to be as powerful as the Ifrit. These two are they're a pair, so.
So Anarchy, Alia, Storm, Bolt, and Jeremiah are all attacked.
Oh, Jeremiah's safe, sorry, because he's outside. So,
Jeremiah's safe, so Anarchy,
Storm,
Bolt,
Anarchy, and Bolt. All safe.
3,
And
4,
actually,
and
I'll just Squish. Yeah, Squish is safe as well.
you said Squish. Okay, so add it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, D10 plus.
Hey, you're talking to a lady who can't do like 2 plus some number.
If I can pull up the right thing. 7
Don't feel bad.
5. Go ahead, take 108 points of damage, please.
Okay.
What?
You watch the Gruda jerk again. It is heavily damaged, but then you hear a roar far above you, and you just watch as from above a gold dragon fly straight down, roaring as they vanish into the mist over the cliff edge.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't clear on what happened though. Like, did the dragon do something to it? Did it just fall? Did it actually disappear? I wasn't clear.
Tackled it.
Yeah, the dragon
I'm pretty
basically
sure that
tackled it.
was Sammy's ability manifesting.
Oh, okay.
Was it?
I will say yes.
Cool. Bitchin'.
Sammy just basically summoned down the wrath of the gods upon this thing.
Yes.
Hey, there's nothing else to say it can't do that.
Yeah.
I just want to test your abilities. Okay.
As the Gruda vanishes, so does the tornado.
Neat.
Pop.
Ah, I think you got it, Sammy.
So,
It's like I said, Samael. Your heart is strong.
Next
I
up.
have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got Hellish Rebuke, or Lightning Spite as I've rebranded it. And it's a reaction you use when you take damage. Now, the entity who dealt the damage is no longer here. Can I still use it?
Oh
No, you cannot.
Bugger.
You can
Worth
only use it on
asking.
the person who hurt you.
Only use it the one to attack you.
Worth asking. Okay.
Speaking of, it is now Blue's turn. Blue is going to stare at Jeremiah and swing. 23.
Hits.
And natural 1. So, yeah, that's 4 slashing damage, please. And I'm going to roll D100. 52. And 1 second while I check this. The sentinel strikes you across your chest, but as it does so, it slips to the side, too heavily damaged by your and lies in a pile of wreckage.
Well, you're down and I'm still standing. For another day or two.
Next up is Bolt.
Yeah, Bolt got cut up real fucking badly. So for once, he's not going to go swooshing into combat. He's just going to get close to Cat Dad for healsies, and that'll be his turn.
Okay, next up is Red. Red looks between the available targets, and I'm going to roll a d4 for this. Not counting the 1.
Hi, G. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not
It
petting you?
turns and looks at Midnight. It advances. Do those hit?
I can't see. There's a cat in front of the screen.
16 and 9.
Yeah, 16 and 9.
No.
It slashes at Midnight, but yeah, Middy's too dexterous. Speaking of which, Midnight's turn.
Well, this thing just tried to hit him.
Okay. I shall make the dexterity save. Come on. 19.
Damn. Oh well.
Still, 15 divided by 2, it's 7.
7, yeah.
7 points of acid damage. The acid splashes across its armor, but not much. Doesn't really do that much to it. Is there anything else Midnight would like to do?
No.
Okay. Next up is Holly.
Holly. Let me pull her. She is going to Mazani's Tears against Blue, or whatever his name is. Clear.
Okay. No, that's Clay.
And
Yeah. Okay, that hits. That's 3
So
damage.
Holly just like whips out this like one of those darts and just whew, shoots it directly into this thing.
Okay, is there anything
To be
else?
honest, the spiritual weapon looked more like a dagger version of that.
Huh?
The icon Seph used for the spiritual weapon looked
That
more
was
like
just
a
a
dagger.
standard.
Yeah, that was just a stand-in. It's one of those weird, strange, chitinous-looking arrow or darts.
Yeah.
And that's what she does is she stalks over because I can still move, right?
Yeah, you still movement.
And then she comes over here and says, "Come to me, false life. Face me."
Okay. Next up is Squish.
Ah, don't hurt my son! Ah!
Okay, do what you do. That misses, I'm afraid. That does as well.
Damn. Bonus action, she's going to attack one more time. Oh,
That hits. Yeah, 6 bludgeoning damage. Derb must be MIDI.
yeah, pretty much.
Next up is Ardeth. Ardeth's going to take a step. And she's going to go for a lunge. And that misses. And she has nothing else she can do. Next up is Jeremiah.
So, which of the two sentinels looks worse?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, which one of the two sentinels looks in worse shape?
The one being harassed by the cat and the Teifling.
Yeah.
In that case, Jeremiah's going here.
Mhm.
And one more sticks.
That hits. For 12.
And it's still standing.
Yeah, it's
So a second Mastex.
rolled it.
8.
Yeah, you just basically smash this to pieces.
Sorry, I wanted to join in with the fun.
So you want to have a smashing time.
Uh,
Yep. Yep.
Sonic damage.
Who taught you bad puns? I hope it wasn't me.
Samael, you're up next.
Okay. I have something cool I want to do. Basically, use my spiritual weapon to attack this guy.
Okay. Cast your spiritual weapon.
Damn.
Yeah, that misses, I'm afraid. It spins and spins, but does nothing. Where the hell did Holly go?
I don't know. Holly just kind of disappeared. When
She's
Sam
back in the
said-
Shadowfell.
Back in the Shadow Realm again.
When
I don't know where I went. I'm
he
like
said he
nowhere
was
to be
going to do
found.
something cool, I thought he was going to run up and Sparta kick it off the cliff.
No, I was. If it hit, and was going to kill it, I was gonna have it basically buzzsaw through it.
Oh, nice. Holly's missing.
You
because
still have your action.
Sparta kick. Sparta kick.
Sparta kick.
Well, I mean, he's a kobold. He doesn't have that much.
You can use your action instead of attacking. You can shove, which pushes something back 5 feet.
Yeah.
Use your strength instead of an attack.
I think the edge of the cliff is here, not.
I'm playing the 9-inch nails for you.
If you shove it there onto that square, it falls off. Wouldn't you say, dude?
All right.
I would say so.
Now, then Sammy's gonna basically use his action to run up and kick.
Roll
This
me
thing
a
up.
strength check. Now roll a count.
Say again?
What?
Roll with cash.
Yeah, you just, how they say, Bata!
Get wrecked!
And that's the end of combat.
Good
Now, I
riddance
hate
to
to do
that.
this. I hate to do this in Holly, because Holly it pays attention. I lose track of who gets hit for what. So Holly does have to say, as silly as it sounds, it's almost out of character, but not really. But I don't know how else to do it. To have her say, who's hurt, who needs healing.
To be fair, you can just play it off as the craziness of combat.
Yeah, but she's specifically a combat medic. She's always looking out for who gets hurt. So it'd be like a nurse coming into a battle scene and saying, "Who's injured?"
Ardeth kind of nods and goes, I could probably do with something.
Yeah, and
Midnight a little hurt.
Bolt,
I mean-
Bolt inelegantly crashes into Storm's shoulder, and he has to cradle his bleeding boy. Bolt's really fucked up, but I got it handled.
okay.
You got it.
Squish gets priority. Sorry, Ardeth.
No, give it to Midnight.
No, Midnight first, then yeah.
Ardeth, you need a potion of healing.
It would be an idea.
And he hands over one of his health potions.
There's healing word for Midnight.
As
Excellent.
you're all healing, you hear that roar again.
Sounds like. Was that our friend?
The dragon
Holly,
roll.
Holly looks like she's just had a really good glass of wine. That's her expression. And you two, Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Storm, roll me a nature check with advantage.
Okay.
And while that's happening, Holly is going to cast another healing word on
Nature.
Squish.
Okay, nature.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Holly.
you know enough about dragons to be able to identify the roar of a gold dragon.
And then she turns to Ardeth. And she uses her healing word.
Question.
Ardeth.
Is the roll coming from below or above?
From below.
Huh. Seems like that was a real gold dragon after all. Does it sound like the roar is approaching us?
Yeah, it is fairly far below, but it is coming up quick.
And it's heading our way. Be prepared
Holly-
for a guest, everybody.
And Holly then chooses that exact moment to turn to the others and say, "And I'm out of healing."
As you say that, from behind you, rising up, spiraling from the mist like a breaching whale, before spreading its wings, is the gold dragon that just took down the Gruda.
Oh, that was very impressive, my friend.
Wow.
Thank you.
Semi.
Right?
Hi.
Semi gets on one knee and bows his head.
Does
Holly's
this
just
dragon
kinda
look like
standing
the
there with her
statue
head
we
tipped.
saw?
Roll me a history check. You can see a resemblance, but it's not the same dragon.
Oh, that's probably his kid. Ah.
Yes, my father told me that a little party of a kobold, a goblin, an elf, and a human were coming.
The dragon's
But he
finished.
said... Pardon?
Nothing.
And the dragon,
nothing.
He said, and of course, the dear little black dragon. You mentioned nothing of two tieflings and a tabaxi.
They picked me up
Well-
along the way. I was adopted.
Wait, 2 tieflings? 2?
And
Yeah.
a piece of tiefling.
Yes.
Anarchy and Holly.
Well, I know Holly was, but I was like, I
What do you think Anarchy was?
thought she was human. Or elf.
No.
Yeah, we keep forgetting because she doesn't quote unquote look like a traditional tiefling.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, she doesn't exactly rock the normal appearance.
Not all tieflings have horns, you know.
Not all tieflings are bold primary colors either.
Yeah.
There are a lot of tieflings who can pass for human.
So you're saying
And
not
you
all
encountered
tieflings are.
one in Waterdeep. But anyway, aside from that.
So you're saying not all tieflings are horny?
Salazar is.
She's a child!
Salazar is. He tried to sleep with Titania.
Meanwhile, Holly is
And
staring at the
Doris.
dragon. Hello.
And, yeah. Anyways.
Hello. This dragon kind of flats upward and lands.
Oh, you're big.
That wasn't whispered, but
I know, that's why I said
to
apologies.
be honest,
It's all
every
how.
player knows.
Yeah, I was just reminding Seph what was going on since it's been a while.
Really,
Hmm.
Dee? Who wouldn't be hot for dragons?
It's just for Holly. It's just for her.
Well, I see that you had a little bit of trouble coming up our mountain.
Yes.
Yes.
That false life thing said it wanted to test our abilities.
Well, I can't say for certain it won't be back. I lost it in the fog, but for now at least you're safe.
Gosh darn video game boss.
Oh.
You can't keep catching and killing villains.
Why not?
It's almost like we're the heroes of a story or something.
Yes, because how are you going to develop a rapport with them?
Alright, Megamind, calm down.
I'm just glad that Mads isn't the one meeting. You should like have nicknames for them all, like Gary. Hi, Gary.
The dragon is basically stood there, looking majestic as F. I suppose introductions are in order. He basically does a somewhat theatrical bow. I am Fazgulving, son of Krenkendelving.
So, you're like the Dragon Prince?
That is an accurate way to describe me.
Given that some people might see your father as a king, it is more than apt. My name is Jeremiah Undermin at your service. And he takes an elaborate bow.
Vicious typing going on somewhere.
Yeah. Ardeth likewise makes an elaborate bow. We are in your debt, my prince.
Storm does a big sweeping bow. It's like, glad you made short work of that, wrench. Wench. It's a pleasure.
Well, it is both a wrench
upon the
and
sea.
a winch.
True.
In a sense.
Holly's waiting for everyone else to make introductions.
I'm
Sammy.
Captain Anarchy.
Semi is he's turned now, but he's still kneeling with his head bowed. I am Samael Morningstar.
Yes, my father told me you were a particular interest.
Holly then steps forward and lowers her head and folds her hands together and says, "And I'm Holly Featherlight, servant of the Raven Queen. And then she looks up into the eyes of the big gold dragon.
Now that is an interesting coincidence.
Hmm?
He leans
out loud.
down. He leans down. His eyes are roughly the same size as your head. He's just staring at you with his single gold eye. He's kind of got his one closed so he can focus.
Hello.
Yes, I can smell the shadow fell on you.
Blush. Look down.
You're basically getting blasted by his by the steam coming from his nostrils.
Holly looks down, blushing, turns her head away.
Well,
I forget what I was going to say next. Your presence is rather daunting.
such is the way of all gold dragons, my dear.
Yeah.
But I digress. If you like, I could take you to the top.
That would be great.
Okay. Faz kind of shifts himself a little, lays down, climb on my back.
Squish is gonna have a little glance at Midi. How's he reacting to this dragon?
Midnight, he's not too fazed by him. It's a case of, yeah, this guy is big, he's an adult, but yeah, Midnight's not really, it's just like a basic slight nerves.
Yeah, he's just showing off.
Well, to be fair, I think he has a reason to show off. Look how shiny he is.
Holly makes her way and does not hesitate to mention as she climbs up on his back, your strength seems legendary.
Seph,
Yep.
Store would like to send a message to Midnight with Awakened Mind, specifically in Draconic.
Yep.
Don't worry, Midi. One day you'll be even bigger than him for sure.
Midnight kind of does a little chuckle to himself.
Yeah. Attaboy.
I'm taking it everyone climbs up on his back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy just
Yep.
puts stuff away and clambers up on him.
Faz waits until you've all got up onto his back, spreads his wings, and he does a very gentle flight up to the top of the mountain.
You know, I've never been on the back of a dragon before.
You're not the only one. I've studied them.
He flies
Never had the
out.
pleasure.
He flies out fairly far to try and make sure he stays as level as possible when he climbs, but you're able to see into the crater at the top of the Drakon Spire. And that's what you see.
I don't see anything. I see black squares.
I might have to zoom
Scroll
out.
up.
I'm reloading.
Yeah.
It's nothing but black squares on mine.
Try scrolling up and zooming
No,
out.
it was just I just needed to reload. Okay, I see it.
Okay.
Now. Ooh.
That is
You
impressive.
see... It was built by my ancestors many centuries ago.
Well,
They must have been really good with their hands.
Right, this is
You have
just my
no
eyes
idea.
deceiving me. But is that supposed to be a hole in the clouds or an airship?
It's like an airship to me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, looks like a
There.
bump, yeah.
there's a Zeppelin,
Okay.
from what I can tell.
And also
That looks-
abandoned tall ship.
Yes.
Hey, Seph,
Tall
This was the
ship
best
over
picture
there.
This was the best. Just think of that tall ship as a building. This was the best picture I could get.
We believe you.
It works. It's perfectly fine.
Thank you.
Those are illusions. Those are illusions by powerful dragon wizards.
Now, the ship. What you think is the ship is basically a tower in the middle of a small lake,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
like a pagoda sort of thing.
Okay.
Faz flies you into the city, you kind of pass over these domed buildings. It's clear from the size of the architecture this place was built by dragons for dragons. Very elaborate.
So tiny.
Welcome to the Golden Eyrie.
It's absolutely breathtaking. Oh,
Yes, breathtaking.
Seph?
Yep.
I'd like to do a history check to see if Storm could tell exactly how long ago this place was built up.
Yep, roll a history check with advantage.
Yay! Nat 20.
You know that this was built over 6,000 years ago.
Built over 6,000 years ago, I believe.
Yes, it was quite a few generations ago.
Well, by a dragon's reckoning, yeah. By our time, though. Oh, that's millennia. So much would have changed at that time. But this place...
Civilizations rise, civilizations die in that time.
Absolutely. But the Golden Eyrie remains eternal, it seems.
Actually forgot the name of this dragon. I need to
Of which
check
dragon?
on it.
Razkovin. Fazkovin.
No.
Oh, another dragon.
Come on now, Kubar. I know this dragon's
George.
is big, but you don't have to kiss all of it.
No, this because I wrote it down. Palandrusk himself set one of the foundation stones of the Temple of Bahamut here.
What was that name again, Seph?
Palandrusk.
Plandarusk. Would
That
Storm
means a
know
lot
this
to
dragon?
Semi.
Roll me history with advantage.
Ah!
You know really only the legends and stories, but you know he's the oldest dragon in the world.
I don't know much of that name, but I do know it belongs to the oldest dragon still living in the world. That's quite the feat!
And I had to check that out because he's an official legit character, so...
What must it be like to live in a city like this?
It's enjoyable enough. There's plenty of libraries. Food
Spend a
is
lot
good.
of time reading.
When I'm not in the circle, yes.
Mrs. Fascoving must like an intellectual.
Mrs. Who?
The name of the dragon that you just said, Fascoving.
Yeah, Fazcoving.
Yeah.
I do not have a mate yet.
Oh, really? That's fascinating.
Believe me, my father's constantly getting on to me about it. But when you're the mightiest warrior in the area, you kind of have to prioritize protecting your home.
Must be lonely sometimes.
I could respect that, though.
It
My life was much
can
the
do.
same.
I can only imagine it must get lonely having to be the person looking after everyone else and no one looking after you.
It can, but as my father said, it's good practice for when I become king, so... He starts to flap as he slows himself as he approaches the great balcony at the edge of the palace. He lands and basically lays down to allow you to get down.
Holly gets off last, regretfully. She's kind of like, okay, yeah. Thank you so much for bringing us this distance. You're very kind.
Storm
Think
just
nothing
has-
of it.
Storm just has this big wolfish grin on his face. Well, Harley, I'm sure if you ask nicely, Fastcoving will be more than happy to give you a ride whenever you like.
Blush.
Faz just chuckles to himself.
Yeah, see,
Come
he
on.
knows what's up.
Come on, I best take you to my father.
Lead the way, my friend.
Oh my God! Holly just like kind of like puts her hands up
He
to her.
walks
Just like, you're taking us to meet your father?
Indeed. That is the reason you're here, of course.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do you need a moment to breathe, Holly?
Holly fans herself and says, "Yeah, just a second. You'll have to excuse me, everyone. My return to the physical plane has taken a lot out of me. It's made me a little overcome sometimes.
Of course.
I'll be all right.
Of course.
Being so high up, it's
Yes, the change
can
in
get to you as well.
being high up can that can change things. Yes, let's go meet that. Yeah.
As you make your way through the great, beautiful hallways of the palace, there's a couple of gold dragons milling around. There's one or two silver dragons, clearly there as ambassadors. You see some kobolds running around underfoot, all metal, basically a mix of different coloured scales. You can tell that any kobolds found tend to be shown mercy regardless of their ancestry and generally accepted here.
You know,
Meanwhile, Holly's talking to
I feel
herself.
small
Okay, go
in
ahead.
the usual places, but I feel absolutely tiny here.
Same.
You make your way to the great hall, to the throne room. Sat upon that throne is crying Kindling. Nearby, at his right hand side, is another similarly aged dragon. You can tell this is a female, though. And that you can tell in front of them is a small kobold, and you can tell that Crying Kendoving has been considering something. He looks down at the kobold. I can only apologize, Sir Fotheringay, but as you know, the treaty between myself and your queen means we are forbidden from entering the forest.
Yeah, the Fables!
Yep. The kobold looks down sadly. But, great king, only a mighty gold dragon can, well, save the unicorn. Crank-Endoving considers this for a second. Far be it from me to violate a treaty, but I have a feeling that things may be looking up for you, Sir Fotheringay. We shall discuss this later. Fotheringay kind of realizes what this means. He kind of bows low, and he kind of skitters off to the side. Crank-Endoving sits upright, majestic as he can, and just for people who don't remember Crank, I need to go through the handout.
God damn it! I'm gonna click on a tab. I'm
It's just-
20.
Oops. I've done that before.
One second, I'm just going to read what's been put in.
Also, Seph, I have to give you kudos for your fabled Dora the detail that his ears are translucent and gossamer.
Oh, that is amazing.
Regardless that that's fucking canon now. That's what Fables look like.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
You're all welcome, by the way.
Very nice. It's super cool. Thank you, Kubar.
Hey, no worries. It's because I'm a soft touch that they exist.
And I am, honestly, legitimately, I am looking into how to make them a playable race at the minute, so...
Fuck yeah. Let's do it!
Yep. Crankendling smiles. Well, I've waited a while for you to come, but you're here. Let the emissary of our great Lord Bahamut come forth.
Semi steps up and again kneels with his head bowed.
Crankendling returns about, as does his queen.
He lifts his head, but stays kneeled. Why do I always forget? Crying.
Crankendling.
Just call him Krang.
Oh, great king. I apologize for being so tardy. We unfortunately had more pressing matters to take care of before coming to you.
I do not believe I placed a time limit upon your arrival here.
Still, it is rather improper to keep a king waiting. We come before you in a time of need. The one called... Oh, right. Closed my sheet when I closed the tab. The one called Nikavoid has attempted to escape.
As you say that, there is a hush descends across the court. There is anxious murmuring around the court. As Crankendling lifts his claw, and you hear a loud, basically the sound of a loud gong being rung. Everyone falls silent before he lowers his claw. Please continue.
Alright. Then Semi proceeds to tell him all about what has happened and how he tried to escape and who is all working for him to aid his escape.
Crankendling listens intently. You can tell from the look on his face. You don't even need to insight this. He is deeply concerned. I see.
Sorry.
I see. He kind of looks around the court. I would like people to make insight checks if they're looking around.
Insight.
You will not get an insight check from Holly. She is looking at one thing.
The handsome dragon prince.
The handsome dragon gentleman.
He is rather dreamy.
Yeah.
Swirling her hair.
I would say...
He's lost the plot of the situation.
I'd say... you're too concerned with keeping your eye on Crankendling, but Squish and Storm, you notice that a lot of the younger dragons are frightened.
Aww.
And the older ones, they're not far from it themselves.
Do I have to insight to see what Foz is thinking, since that's where Holly's focus is?
You can just see in his eyes. He's ready for a battle.
How's Holly?
Crankendling looks around his court and sighs. You know the stories, I assume. The tale of the calamities.
Does he?
We had the
Roll me
whole
history
like
check.
sorry.
I'd say roll a history check with advantage.
Okay, he doesn't.
You can remember what you've been told. What the legends are. The 5 calamities enslaved the dwarves, then attempted to take over the surface world, starting with Holborn. And it ended with Eebstrom the Bull being killed in battle. The White Queen vanishing, her black and green sisters vanishing as well, and Kobold banished to be Tiamat torture toy for the rest of eternity.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer bloke.
That's all you really know.
Of course. Says, well, I know of the legend and a little bit more, but really all I fully know is that he's almost evil incarnate.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception.
You feel something tugging in your backpack.
Sammy takes it off and rummages around in it to see what's
As
pulling.
you open it, you suddenly notice the piece of horn that you got from Pranoskril is lifting and almost flies into Kendoving's grip.
Sammy just lets it happen.
Kendoving examines it briefly. You saw the graveyard at the foot of the Dragon Spire. You know the souls that have bled into that earth.
Yes. One allowed me to harvest that piece you hold now.
Yes, the Minotaurs, they have the blessing of the dragon. It is, I would say, destiny. When anyone claims a piece of their bones from that yard. He basically floats the bone fragment back to you.
Sammy takes it and carefully puts it back in his bag.
There are secrets that I keep. As you know, I am the only one of my brothers who did not go into hiding after the war. The great silver dragon vanished. I cannot reveal where he went, but he is close, as is my Baron cousin. I fought Nikavod in person, but that was long ago. Even though as dragons grow stronger with age, I fear that I will be too old should he return. You said you had a message for me.
Fire has forgotten.
Roll me a history check. Yes, you remember. You don't remember Bahamut giving you the message exactly. And you're stumped as to what he means.
Okay, so Sammy relays what Bahamut said to him to Klein Kendving.
Klein Kendving looks to his queen and then to his son and sighs. It appears that I cannot go through with my plan. He kind of relaxes a little back into his throne. I'd like you to roll me an insight, Sammy.
Why do I keep walking away from my computer? Sure.
Yeah,
now the
you
dice
can. You notice that his queen looks very relieved.
At the risk of sounding... what's the right word? I don't know. I kind of know what I want to say, but I kind of don't. At the risk of sounding rude, my lord, what plan?
As you know, we dragons rarely die of old age. It is, shall we say, polite to remove ourselves when we feel our time has come. It was my plan to soon discard my flesh. After all, my son is a powerful warrior. I feel he is ready to take the throne. But if, as you say, Nikovod is making plans, I feel that I may be required to remain.
My apologies. I wish that there were better circumstances.
Believe me, I fear that my dear Sehekal is rather more pleased with this outcome than I am.
I think we lost a cork.
Yeah, I think we have.
I tried to ping him, but nothing.
Sleepy boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's faking it again.
Crying Kendall considers for a moment. I thank you all for bringing me this message. You may stay the night as our guests of honor. However, there is something I require of you.
Whatever you wish, my lord.
First,
Sorry.
First, I would like you to have a word with Seph, the young kobold that I was just speaking with. Second, this is an important task. You look, as he looks over to the corner, you can see in the dark a dragon the likes of which you've never seen. They start approaching. You just see this beautiful blue dragon, unlike anything you've seen before. This is Victor.
Oh my.
Please, Lady Victor, tell them of your problems. As you look to her, you hear a voice in your mind. Some great evil beneath, far, far beneath this mountain. Elves. They came. They stole my egg. My
Oh,
husband remained, but I do not know what has become of him.
These elves, they wouldn't be happy to look like her. And he points to Alia.
You have to repeat that, I see.
Sammy says, these elves, they wouldn't happen to look like her. And points to Alia.
Victor looks to Alia and goes, to Ardeth, not Alia.
Yeah, I was gonna wonder.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Hang on, what?
She looks at Ardeth and goes,
We forgive you.
no, they were not foreclaimers. They were drow.
mm-hmm.
Sensible bet there.
Do you know
Underground
where
cave.
they
Yep.
Whilst I do not hold any hope that my mate survived, please find my egg.
I will do as you ask.
Yes, we'll help you.
No child to be left behind on our watch.
And should your husband, or should your mate survive, I will do all in my power to bring him back as well.
I thank you all. Truly. Ordinarily, we Sapphire Dragons do not interfere in the affairs of others, but I knew only Crank and Boving could help me. And indeed, he has. Thank you. She kind of takes a step back into the shadows. You can tell she doesn't exactly like being in the light.
No.
No.
Where would we start with that? The only place I know where drow would have been, we kind of drowned it.
Crank and Boving smiles warmly. There is a passageway at the base of this palace. It will take you down to the old dwarven city. It is more than likely that the drow are there.
Yeah, that's a good place as ever.
What do you say, everyone? We stay the night here and start. Sorry, go ahead.
But I will warn you. The Gargantula also nest in those caves.
And there's a whole lot of them now. Overflowing.
Crank and Boving looks back to the Sapphire Dragon and nods. Yes, the Sapphire Dragons hunt the Gargantula. As you can appreciate, with only, possibly with none still alive down there, it is possible they've overrun the place.
Oh, they definitely have. Distressing them.
I see.
We've run across 2 or 4 that decided to come up to hunt.
Then it is fortuitous you've arrived. If they have indeed come to the surface, then they will disturb the plane. For now, enjoy your time here in the Golden Eyrie. Allow yourselves to prepare.
Hmm.
And again, I would be grateful if you had a little chat with Sir Fotheringhay.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
of course.
certainly will.
Yeah.
But great kindling. A moment of your time, sir.
Of course.
The Gargantula were talking about an entity known as the Great Devourer. That's like plaguing them right now. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Craghenving kind of pointedly looks over at his guest,
Oh.
at Victor.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, yeah.
Well, I kind of figured, but she seems so nice.
Bear in mind that the Gargantula are her prey.
Okay, at least now I know I don't have to worry about the Devourer.
Mystery solved.
Yes!
Get population under control. Bring back a nice dinner or two.
Okay, so we need only worry about the Gargantula,
The drow,
the Drow,
Drow,
and
yeah.
Love herself, maybe?
whatever the drow might and the gargantula might eat for their prey.
Yes.
Um,
I had sensed that Lolf was enlarging the world again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the downer here, but you do realize what this probably means they want the egg for.
What's that, Squish?
Oh, remember when I told you about how we got Midnight? What they were going to use his egg for?
Oh.
Oh no.
Dark
We-
rituals.
We know
Dark
that
ritual.
Harrimont was talking with elves before.
Oh. Oh.
What if he's down there?
Then that's all the more reason we have to go down there.
And he does have that mind control tadpole.
If that's the case, we have to get down there quick before they try anything with the egg.
Do we have time to rest tonight?
I would recommend it. We don't exactly know what we're going into.
Yeah.
Tonight,
And we all took quite the beating.
and I'm not able to heal anyone right now, so I don't really think I have any choice.
My lord, do you happen to have anyone who could restore us to full form?
Crankendering kind of... He does look around and goes, my friends, I wouldn't worry too much. It's important that you rest, and it will take us time to provide you with the maps and necessary equipment you will need.
Oh, of course. And then in that time, maybe we can get to know this place a little better, too.
You'll have to forgive us for our urgency, my lord. We have quite the bucket list of tasks to be dealing with.
Believe me, running off into a situation unaware of what you might encounter beyond stories and hearsay is never a good idea.
Wise words. Well, very well. I suppose we'll bed here for the night.
Indeed.
Now then, I believe we have a Mr. Fotheringhay to discuss matters with.
Sir Fotheringhay is just through that door.
Holly
Got
starts
emotions.
walking immediately. And then she turns back and goes, "Oh, thank you, my lord," and then keeps going.
Aye, thank you, your majesties. Bows. And moves goes on his way.
Holly does the handful bow head thing that she always does. She doesn't get down on her knees.
Crankendering does that slight bow of the head. Basically watches as you go out into the side corridor.
Squish doesn't bite, she just gives like an awkward wave. Like, come on, Mitty.
Of course, Semi bows his head one more time before standing and walking out.
As you go out into the large corridor, you can kind of hear discussions and murmurings from the court, and sat on a little sofa, especially made for the kobolds, is Sir Fotheringay.
So, Fable.
Hi.
Oh, hello. I am Sir Fotheringay. How may I help you?
Well, my friend, it's more a matter of how we can help you. I overheard a matter about unicorns.
Oh, yes. Well, how familiar are you all with the situation on the island?
Not at all.
We're aware of several situations, but probably not this one. First we've heard of a unicorn.
Well, the forest to the north is a fairy forest.
Oh.
It's supposed to be ruled over by a unicorn, but my dear Queen Titania has not heard anything. She's getting worried.
Okay, this is straightforward enough. You want us to check in on this unicorn and help it if it is in need, yes?
Please, I mean, I understand that whatever it is you came to see the king about is more important right now. I mean, the unicorn can take care of himself. He has protection, but at the same time, I would be very appreciative if you could help.
Of course we can. We have an issue here we must deal with first, but once that is dealt with...
Yeah, there's so much to deal with, yes. But yes. Yeah, we'll help, yes.
Consider it on our to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, my friends. Thank you very much.
I have to keep a unicorn safe.
Oh, yes, I'm Featherlight, hello.
And Squish
Thank you.
slowly leans over to Sam. What's a unicorn?
But yes, I am incredibly grateful, heroes.
And now we all just stand and stare awkwardly at this goblin.
Yeah.
No. Oh,
Holly
my
doesn't
faith.
stand and stare awkwardly. She's trying to wait till the conversation ends, and she's gonna
Yeah.
out somewhere. Help.
So, yeah, Fotheringay is basically shaking everyone's hand in that kind of really appreciative way.
Oh, there's been no problem at all, my fair friend. Anything for Queen Titania.
Holly shakes his hand very distractedly and says, "Yes, it's good to meet you." And she keeps gazing back at the door they came out of.
You are from the Shadowfell.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you seem so radiant.
Thank you. You seem delightful. I'm honored to meet you. I'm sorry I'm distracted. There's a lot on my mind. I only just returned from there.
Oh no, it's not that. It's more that creatures not of the Shadowfell have a light about them that we from the Feywild can see.
Oh, that's fascinating.
I have a feeling you'll serve the Queen.
Holly bows her head and folds her hands, very low, respectful, and says, "Yes, that is the purpose of my life.
I see.
Until the fall."
I see. Well, I am extremely grateful, as will be my Queen. I should go. I need to make a few arrangements.
Yes, me too.
All the best, Sir Fotheringay. Rest assured we will deal with the matter as soon as possible.
Oh, thank you all so much.
Rest easy.
You actually kind of
A little
scurried
easier.
off.
Now, so is everyone? Holly's looking like a little shaky, and she says, "So is everyone going to be settling in for the night?"
Yes, Holly, you may go and pursue faster things.
I I don't know what you're talking about, Storm.
Holly.
But you'll all look after Anarchy. I have adult business to take care of, Anarchy.
Very
You'll-
adult.
Ahem, Storm.
Even Ardeth kind of giving Storm a look at that point.
Ah, I
Ahem.
understand. What's going on?
Nothing at all. Nothing that can concern anyone. I just have some questions I need to understand about this place, the people, the place. I'll be back. And Holly scurries away.
Holly's acting weird.
Well, Squish, do you remember?
Just actually kind of lost for words.
Well, Squish, do you remember how you felt a couple of days ago? The butterflies in your stomach.
Blink, blink. Wait. Who's doing that to Holly?
Fast-coving, my dear. Fast-coving.
But he doesn't even know her. How does that work?
Oh, a certain look, a certain smile. I believe you're more familiar with it than you let on.
Distressed goblin noises.
I love that so much.
Squish, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw as Ardeth kneels down and whispers into your ear.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm waiting for the DM
Oh,
whisper now.
shit. 1 second, I lost my d20 because it rolled off the table. And I can't see shit.
Can't see shit, kid.
Oh god, where is it?
I have to be careful with that now because if your dice rolls to the floor, a certain little kitty tries to play with it.
Ooh. Oh dear. That was an 18 I just rolled, so yeah! Wish! What's your reaction? As Ardeth explains the birds and the bees to you.
Ardeth explaining the birds and the bees. All right.
Squish is at first looks embarrassed and then confused and then it's just like, how does that wait? That sounds weird. But she's
Holly and the
a red
dragon?
goblin now. She's a red goblin now.
Yeah.
Her tail is just thrashing all over the place.
Do I even need to insight that?
Ardeth just kind of shrugs and just goes, well, that's the best explanation I can give.
By the look on Squish's face, her very red face, it was most informative.
I just explained the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even go into detail.
It goes
That was
in,
quite enough
and it goes
detail, thank you, Ardeth.
in, it goes out. Well,
Not helping
it was light, it was
Sammy.
dark, it was light, it was dark, it was light, it was dark.
Oh,
Like I
could
said,
have picked a
Mike.
better place to do this, but okay.
She says there is a need for it to be done immediately.
Ahem. Ahem.
Yeah, as I say, at this point, Holly, if you want to roll a stealth, you can slip away.
Yes, Holly is trying to slip away very quickly. Oh boy, come on, dice. I've never needed you more.
Would she get advantage considering all the parties now focused on Squish's embarrassment?
Yeah.
Wonderful, love it. Stealth, come on, new Ninja Holly.
I still like to.
Yeah.
Boom.
Basically just vanish.
Yes. Wait a minute, where's Holly?
I I don't suppose I could perceive for funsies. Just so...
Roll perception.
Not that I'm going to stop you. Yeah, never mind.
Yep. Holly's just vanished and none of you have noticed.
Hello?
Hello?
Whoa, someone just dropped.
Someone's... Yep.
Somebody dropped.
Hello? Hello, who's that?
Hello.
Okay.
Might have been. No, he's
Might
still
have
there.
been.
Oh,
No,
he
it was
went
Dave.
and
Oh,
he
it was
back.
me.
Okay.
Oh.
As Ardeth explains it,
Uh-oh, everyone's dropping now.
yeah, everyone's popping in, coming back, popping in, coming out.
Discord's being a shit.
Yep. Excellent. We're all back. We're all back.
Hello.
Maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yep. We can hear you. Hey.
Testing.
I hear Kubar.
Yo.
Yep, got a cover.
Oh.
No.
I think it
Lost
might just
you
be
again.
D's connection that's messing up.
Yeah.
The thirst
I have
is
no
too much.
connection.
Well, we'll say for until we get D back, we'll say for argument that Holly's vanished off to talk with cats.
I don't think we can hear you, Icy, if you're saying anything. And there goes D again.
Mm,
Technology
Yeah.
is not on our side.
Icy D, can you hear us?
Oh no.
Well, we have been going 3 hours now, so yeah. If everyone's okay with calling it there?
Whoa.
If you want.
Yeah,
Might
because
have to, everyone's
we-
dropping.
yeah, Icy and D are just blipping in and out, so yeah, might be an idea to end there for tonight.
Damn
Can
it.
you hear me, guys?
Oh!
Yeah, oh, we can
Right,
hear you.
There we
yeah.
go.
Oh
Back.
my god!
I'm good too.
Yeah, we're just about to
yay, we're
call
back.
it.
Woohoo!
I don't know what's going on.
I
My
didn't
Discord
wanna-
connection just dropped to
You
50.
can't have me get kicked off right then. Holly just snuck away.
Okay.
Believe me, we want to squeeze as much D&D out of life as possible.
I know. Yeah. So, with Holly sneaking away, what's the rest of the party doing?
Well, I reckon we should just find out where we're staying for the night, and we'll work from there.
As you say that, you notice this Dragonborn kind of walking past. He kind of turns to you all and just goes, "Good evening. I am to be. My name is Iskabar. I am to be looking after you while you stay here."
Oh, it's a pleasure, Escobar.
"Indeed, sir. You should like to accompany me to your rooms."
Oh, we certainly shall.
Iskavar guides you through the corridors into the wing of the palace and up a couple of flights of very, very large stairs. You lost Kork?
I disconnected him
Because he's sleeping.
Yeah, fair enough.
the poor fella's absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets tired sometimes. It's not his
Not
fault.
his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
Oh, no, we're not blaming him. You're guided up to rooms. You can tell this is more for the... I would say it's for servants' quarters, but you can tell this is rooms reserved for smaller sized dignitaries.
That's fair.
That would be us.
Compared to dragons, we are tiny.
Yeah, compared to the dragons, you are tiny. There's a few rooms to choose from. Iskavar basically holds open the door to one room and goes, "I trust this is to your satisfaction."
More than.
I imagine it's opulent as fuck.
Yes, it's pretty snazzy.
Oh, yes, it certainly is. I don't think you've ever had a room quite as fancy as this. Said it before, I'll say it again. The area is jaw-dropping.
I have lived there all my life, sir. It is magnificent. May I ask as to who is to share this? May I ask as to who is to use this room?
Good question. How do you want to split this up, everybody?
Ardeth kind of looks at Anarchy and just goes, "We'll take this room."
Okay, one room down.
You bet. We'll have a sleepover. It'll be great.
He continues down the path.
I'm gonna make a pillow for
it. Well, there's certainly plenty of pillows to do that.
Woo!
He goes a little further down to the next room, and Jeremiah decides he kind of looks at Samael.
Yes.
You want to take this room?
I suppose I can.
Okay, we'll take this room. Iskavar nods and looks to Squish and Storm.
Well, Squish, you can either room with me or room with Holly. It's up to you. Whichever you feel more comfortable.
Squish
Holly's
is
not there.
still bright red. And she's gonna look around and goes, well, I don't know where Holly is. I don't really want to be alone in a strange place. No offense, she adds to the Dragonborn.
None.
Together then.
Yeah.
We'll have this one then, Iskavar.
Okay. Very well, sir. I shall alert you all when the meal is ready.
Lovely. Looking forward to it.
You're allowed
growls.
You're allowed a few hours to get settled in. It's about 8 o'clock before you're basically brought to the main hall again. This time, Krathe kindling his queen, his son, his guests, including Fotheringay, are all sat at this table. This is a small table in comparison. It's not that many people there. You can tell this is more an intimate dinner.
Yeah.
So, my friend, are your rooms to your liking?
Very much so, I thought.
Oh, most certainly.
Very pretty.
I am glad that they are. It's not often we have many visitors from below, so to speak.
Ah, well, they'd have to get past the Terries.
They are curious, I will admit.
Do they bother you at all, or they just stay down there?
They tend to keep themselves to themselves. They have caused some trouble with the Minotaurs in the past, but the Minotaurs usually keep their distance. I've done my best to keep these islands safe for the last few thousand years, but well, as you can appreciate, at 5,000 years old, I'm beginning to get to the end of my... well... I'm starting to feel the days grow heavy.
At some point, you gotta retire and hand over the reins. I think we get it.
Precisely. As much as my dear wife would prefer I remain at her side, you gotta watch your... Of course I would. She kind of just nuzzles him a little.
Aww.
Adorable.
But, as you said, if he is coming back, then I must face it once again. I hoped it would have ended 500 years ago, but Clearly, his ambition hasn't been tempered by his punishment.
Well, you won't be facing him alone, my lord.
If I can find my allies from back then, my brothers, then I would be glad. But I have not seen any of them in centuries.
Well, our travels take us all over the place, so you never know. We might bump into them, and we can send them your way.
There was a bronze dragon. I doubt you would. Actually, would you know his name? Kind of watch as he considers whether or not you would actually be familiar with him. 1 second, I just need to double check the name myself. Squish, roll me a history check. I'll let you have advantage on that. Since I'm being nice.
Yes, very kind.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. You remember a name mentioned once, Ulfgard.
Ulfgard.
Wait.
Oh, him.
I know him. That's the dragon dude that I was supposed to keep it a secret from the others. I'm trying to remember where he actually was. It was
Roll. I will let you roll another history check.
he's the one who gave me the thing for MIDI.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. You remember he is currently disguised as a human named Wolfguard. And he is in the Kingdom of Holborn as the High Minister.
Hmm.
Oh, I met him.
Kind of living tilts his head. You
The
met
monster tilts his head.
You met Wolfguard.
Yeah. We kind of all have. Well, except Storm.
No, I met him.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was there when you met with High Minister Wolfgard. He handed over, like, Midi's degree of pedigree.
Yeah.
May I see that degree?
Squish will fish it out and hand it over to the giant dragon. The tiny scrap of paper.
Just looks at it and he just smiles and hands it back. That is Ulfgard, all right. He was always one for being more hands-on with the human.
Yeah, he's masquerading as a dragon expert. He was the one who taught me how to look after Midi.
Well,
Really, if he's a dragon, is he, like, masquerading? I mean, no better expert.
pretty much. Still, I'm glad to see he at least is easily found.
I don't think anyone else knows that he's a dragon.
Indeed not. And I'm very glad that no one does, given what he agreed to do. But I cannot tell you any more.
Squish kind of looks to the rest of the party. He's like, I technically wasn't supposed to tell you guys either.
Man, I'm kind of annoyed I missed it.
I would say Ulfgard would forgive you, given you revealed it to his brother.
Whoa. Well, if there's a message you'd like us to pass on to your brother...
Oh no, it's alright. It's alright. Now I'm aware of his location. I'll find a way to get him gone.
Very well, my lord.
But
Yeah.
yes,
You can tell him that Mitty's doing okay.
I shall be sure to do so. Now, my friends, please enjoy your meal.
Hell yeah.
You can just see this massive spread.
Mm.
It's basically grab whatever you want off the table, basically.
Mhm.
Just this giant roast cow just brought over for the dragons.
Big sweeping gestures of the arms in order to pull in as much food as possible.
Sammy knows he's with dragons, but he's still being more polite and rummaging through his bag for his silverware.
I would
Utensils.
say, Crank Ending just shakes his head and says, "You have no need of those, my friend. Just grab what you want." Using a knife and fork is not exactly easy when you have claws like this.
I mean, kind of
just
blush.
Kind of just
Blushes.
shows his claws to make his point.
I'm sure he appreciates suggestion, though.
I do appreciate it indeed.
I'll need to stand on circumstances, my friend. There's no one to impress here. Sammy just kind of blushes and reaches out and grabs a hunk of meat and just starts biting it.
Yeah, you can tell that some of the dishes have been specially prepared for smaller hands.
Aww.
Aw.
But, yeah, but there's like the huge haunches of sides of beef and stuff like that for the dragons, but there are smaller, more manageable chunks.
Big Flintstones rack of rib.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, Mitty, you have to eat some of your vegetables. Also, hi, Jeremiah.
Hi.
Yeah, but I snap.
It's a pleasant evening. Holly, I would like you to roll me a stealth check, please.
A what check?
A stealth check.
Stealth.
Stealth.
To sneak back into the room.
Yes.
Oh no, Holly's been there from the start.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Slowly getting close to the handsome dragon man.
As the meal goes on, it's quite pleasant. It's a very pleasant evening. There's some light music being played by a small band of kobold bards. And I just need 1 second, please. But Holly, I would like you to roll me a persuasion check, please, with advantage.
Thank you. What'd you say? What was it? Which one?
Charisma with advantage.
Charisma check?
Yeah.
Okay. No! But advantage! I have advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
22.
Okay. I'm just gonna put that in my pocket for later.
Ooh.
Oh no.
You have a pleasant enough evening. You recognise a few tunes. There's one about a place in Waterdeep that you can't quite place in your memory, but you've probably heard it before.
Neat.
There's a couple of songs about great heroes. One about a manticore slayer who saved the kobolds.
Yes! Look at that!
Yep, and the evening was away pleasantly enough. Squish, roll me a persuasion.
that was just me having fun. No.
I'll let you have that with advantage. Midnight kind of looks a little peeved, but you're getting to eat some of his veggies.
Just hear DerKork. No, what veggies?
Come on. You have to eat your veggies or you won't get big and strong. Like these dragons.
Midnight kind of looks up to Crank Ending, then Vaz. And he kind of nods.
There's a boy. Tell you what, you eat 4 carrots, and then you can have the sweets.
He nods frantically. Crank-Ending smiles and goes, "You make quite a good parent, Miss Squish."
I do what I can.
He kind of looks to Holly for a second.
Wait, Holly?
Yeah, and then kind of looks back to Squish.
When did Holly show back up?
I mean, you're in the room.
Yeah, you're in the room. You're not gone
Oh,
anywhere.
okay.
And good luck hiding from an ancient dragon.
Yeah.
Holly was trying to step out earlier.
She stepped out. She went away. She was
and
basically.
then she came back.
Yeah, you've been sat at a dinner table.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I didn't realize
You want
that.
to be close to your man, don't you?
I missed something. Yeah, okay.
The meal continues. There's a couple more songs. There's a little display of Junism by one of the Dragonborn servants. Pretty fun evening. As it starts winding down, Crank-Ending sits up, goes, "Well, my friends, I'm sure that my servants will have the maps you require sent to your rooms in the morning. I bid you good night." I myself, far be it for me to tell you all to go to bed, I would recommend getting some rest.
We will, my lord. You as
Seems
well.
like a very good idea.
We'll take your
Holly.
wise suggestion.
Of course.
Holly, before everyone goes, can you make me another stealth check, please?
Yes. I don't know what's going on.
I'm guessing no one has passive perception above 16.
Hang on, Storm might. He has 16 exactly.
Okay, I will allow that. Storm,
Beats.
you notice that as you all start getting ready to file out, Holly has gone off in a different direction.
Oh, yes.
Meanwhile, you hear Crank-Ending gently say, "Miss Ardeth, may I have a word?" The rest of you carry on your way to your rooms.
Man, I'm kind of tempted to listen in. Oh, dare I? Dare I? No. It's a fucking ancient dragon. It's going to know I'm snooping.
You're assuming he'll be speaking in Common or in Draconic.
True. It's probably a whole other language entirely.
You make your way to your rooms, you settle in for a night. About an hour later, Ardeth makes her way to her room, settles in. Holly, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes! I knew it!
Ooh. Make me a Strength saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Squish, it looks like you made the right call betting with me for the night.
Make me another Constitution save.
Holly's gonna be laid low for a while, to be sure. But she's going
Okay.
to love every moment of it.
Okay. I think that we shall leave it there for this evening.
Yeah.
No regrets, eh, Holly?
I don't know yet. That depends on what those all mean.
Well,
Well, Storm knows.
it sounds like the good old naked wrestling.
So,
I'll wait to hear from the source.
we shall leave that till next week.
Yeah.
So, play of the game.
Sammy.
Sammy all the way.
Yep.
Sammy, saving the universe. Sammy, savior of the universe. Get the song by Queen.
That thing was
Thank you.
already fallen before the dragon even decided to dive down. It was
Yeah.
It was. It was. You reduced it to 0 HP, but I've got plans for Gruda, so You're not going to get rid of that easily.
You fucking bitch!
I want to
Damn.
test your ability.
Cutscenes.
Wrong.
Cutscene immunity.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing to-
Sorry, go ahead.
Gonna say it actually did reduce it to like 1 hit point, so she's gonna escape anyway. But I thought have a little flair.
Yes,
Yes.
that was amazing. I've played enough Resident Evil games to know that you can get the boss down to 0 and then suddenly it just runs away.
Yep.
Fail
It
of it.
always makes me mad.
You mean outside of me falling a little bit asleep, dozing off?
That doesn't
Don't
count. That's not a
worry
fail of the
about
game. That's
it. Yeah,
just
don't worry
using
about
rest.
it.
I'm just joking.
I think I'm gonna.
Ardeth explaining something like that in the middle of a hallway.
Yes.
She whispered it, so no one else would have heard. Not unless they were really paying attention.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Squish's reaction would have gotten people's attention.
Any thoughts, theories, ideas?
I'm pretty
Really
sure
interested in
Harrowmont is
all-
behind this.
Yeah.
And
You
I'm
may
also
be.
wondering what the whole deal involving the Fae is, because if there's a connection to the Fae, could the Dark Ritual involving the egg have something to do with that too?
I'm pretty sure the Fae thing's just
Again?
a reference to the Faebold.
Yeah.
That's an excuse to get those guys in.
Who knows?
Well, there's that big old forest up top of the map. I've not used yet. Like it was there from the beginning.
I couldn't hear you because of the wind. What did you say?
Yeah, it's almost like that big forest at the top of the island map I've been using was always there. And we just happen to have the adorable little Faebolds.
Everything a DM does has always been there.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, so many things. You're like, I can't believe you planned that. Like, yes!
Yes!
I
I
planned that!
totally planned that, yes.
so going down the list, it's a good night from Kork,
Good night.
a good night from Icy,
Good night, everyone.
a good night from Jurnis,
The what goes where?
a good night from our returning cleric Holly,
Good night.
a good night from Kubar,
Good night, everyone.
and a good night from me. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.